25 years ago today, director Spike Lee released his third film. It made quite an impression on the first couple.
Sorry we can't be with you today, but we wanted to congratulate Spike and all of you on the 25th anniversary of Do the Right Thing.
You know that Do the Right Thing was actually the first movie we saw together on our first official date.
President and Mrs. Obama sent that video message to the audience at a screening of Do the Right Thing. The movie challenged our perception of race relations, and it put Spike Lee on the map. We sat down with him in, where else? Brooklyn, New York.
Right now, we're in the heart of Bed-Stuy.
We rode with Spike Lee to the site of his iconic film, Do the Right Thing.
The entire film was shot in this block,
where he turned the Brooklyn corner of Lexington and Stuyvesant Avenues into a film set.
This is where Sal's famous pizzeria
was right here with his parking?
Yeah.
Hey, you old drunk.
Oh, so Ruby Dee was mother's sister. Yes, so was that the window she was sitting out of?
Right here.
What I ever done to you?
You a drunk fool.
Besides that.
It was 25 years ago, but the film resonates today. Lee still hears people call out, "Do the right thing," when they see him in public. Do you hear that wherever you go?
Had $1. Every time I've heard Do the Right Thing the last 25 years, I have more money than your friend.
Lee not only wrote and directed, but starred as a pizza delivery boy named Mookie. With a lot of convincing, he finally agreed to recreate a famous scene on the street. We'll call it the Mookie Walk. I love this walk.
I don't see how I could do it. The thing that makes the shot good is that you see the whole life of the block in the shot. So I think Mookie Walk, like, as I gotten old, I'm not as pigeon-toed as I used to be.
But you still got the Mookie Walk.
Jean-Claude came by, and the other guy said, "Get a job. Get a job.
We don't need no job, man."
The movie garnered 2 Oscar nominations and a whole lot of controversy for exposing the complexities of racial tensions.
Hey, Sal, how come we got no brothers on the wall here?
You want brothers on the wall? Get your own place. You can do what you want to do.
Some reviewers accuse Lee of lighting a powder keg as the film reaches a crescendo with a riot.
If people read the reviews of preposterous charges that black people come out of the theater rioting,
that you would cause chaos with this movie.
This film, because Mookie, I was the filmmaker, and I played Mookie, and I threw the garbage can through the window. Black people were not smart enough to make the distinction between what was on screen and what happens in real life.
And years later, you're still angry about that.
Yeah, because it's racist.
Roger Ebert says of this film, June 30th, 1989, Do the Right Thing comes closer to reflecting the current state of race relations in America than any other movie of our time. Was that what you were trying to do?
I was just trying to tell a story. But one of the criticisms of Do the Right Thing was that the failure of the film was that I didn't have an answer for racism. Originally, we were going to do the film at Paramount Pictures. They didn't like the ending. They wanted Sal and Mookie to hug, but I wasn't having that.
What did you do?
We went to Universal Pictures, and they said, all right.
Just like that?
Like that.
You could have changed the ending. Why didn't you change the ending? You could have done that. Because listen, Spike, this was your first...
If I changed the ending, you wouldn't even be here. None of us would be here.
The other thing that struck me about Do the Right Thing, that opening scene with Rosie Perez. Where did that come from?
Well, that came from my mother. My father didn't like movies, so I was always my mother's movie date. So my mother took me to see Bye Bye Birdie.
With Anne Margaret.
Anne Margaret.
Bye, bye, Birdie.
And so that's where it comes from.
Was there something you learned while filming Do the Right Thing that has sort of guided you through what you do today?
The biggest thing about Do the Right Thing was that this is the first time I felt comfortable working with actors. I did not feel comfortable working with actors on She's Gotta Have It. Same thing on School Days, because I didn't have the experience. Do the Right Thing was the first film I felt comfortable as a director.
Were you a confident filmmaker back then?
Oh, very confident.
I wondered about that, because as long as I've known you, you've always been supremely confident.
Look, everybody, I'm not Superman, everybody has their doubts, but I'll tell you this. 5th grade, I still have notebooks where all I did was practice my autograph.
For what?
I don't know, but I knew I would have to, what I was going to do in life.
People would know your name. You knew that.
Yes, I knew that in 5th grade.
Did you think it was going to be hard, Spike?
Well, I knew it was going to be hard, but I
did.
knew that, I mean, what's easy? And I've never ever run away from hard work.
They also said at the American Black Film Festival that because of you, you noticed a lack of diversity behind the camera, and you made it a point to change that.
Well, I knew that if I ever got an opportunity to hire people, I was going to hire qualified people of color. So that's the thing. And that's the thing when people talk about affirmative action, they think like they go in any corner and like picking up the first Joe Schmo that's black or Hispanic.
Yeah.
No. If you're not qualified, again, I'm not hiring you.
When you were in school and you were starting out, you're a Morehouse man.
Morehouse College, yes.
I was just trying to picture if you were a ladies' man back in college.
No. If you look at the movie School Days, Half Pint was me.
Half pint.
Yes, Dean, Big Brother Almighty.
How tall are you?
5 feet, 5 inches.
I don't know if that's a good look, Spike. I remember
I'm telling you the truth.
Look, bugging out. We're not hanging out. She's escorting me back to Sal's.
What does it mean to you personally, Do the Right Thing? Is it your favorite film?
It's up there because I think most artists, not all, but most artists want to make work that stands the test of time. Mm-hmm. And this film does.
It really does. I watched it, guys, last week. It still holds up. Spike Lee has made 30 movies over the past 30 years, one movie every single year.
Yeah, it was a great piece, though. It really was.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You know what, Charlie, I talked
Comforting.
to his college professor because he said he was not a good student. Yeah, I called his college professor. He said Spike was a good student. He might not have been a great student, but he was always very inquisitive and a great storyteller. And he would grade Spike's paper first, because if Spike Lee got it, then he thought everybody else got it too. Dr. E said that determined whether his message was getting across. That's quite a testament all these years
But
later.
he wasn't as confident as Spike was in himself.
Yes, but he's very confident now.
Did he get the autograph right?
Yes, he did. Yes, we all know the name. Spike Lee is a professor at NYU. He just received tenure last week, and he said that's the greatest honor he's had of all the things that have happened to him in his life.
Interesting piece.